Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. Before we get started, obviously, any case we discuss is just for educational purposes only. Everybody's situation is different, and so if you would like your own personal customized report, there'll be a link in the bio. So let's get started. So let's talk about a client, for example, that says they're looking to have some guaranteed income for their retirement, and they've got a whole bunch of money in different places, and we decide that we want to put in, let's say, approximately $275,000 towards that guaranteed income. So the first question is, how do we figure out which company will provide the highest level of income, and frankly is a very respectable company that will know that will actually provide that income um, on a guaranteed basis. So what we do is we come to this tool right here and we put in $275,000. We say we want to calculate it for it monthly, and then we say let's let the system run its course, and then we say the person, David, he's 64 years old. Let's say he wants to start income in approximately 5 years at the age of 69. So what that does is we say that David in this scenario is from Illinois. He wants to put in $275,000. He wants to make sure that whatever income he does get, it never goes down. It's guaranteed. And he wants to start it in about 5 years. And so what that does create is now an entire list of companies and products going down the list, showing which exact company, which rider, and which particular product will provide the highest guaranteed income. So for this scenario, for example, the Corbridge one would offer the highest at 24.98. Then we got ClearSpring at 24.18, and so on and so forth. You see, you got another Corbridge down here. You've got an American Equity, at Fidelity and Guarantee, et cetera, et cetera. And so this is just a quick overview to show you a very clear way where you're able to say, okay, well, what if we were to change it? For example, we don't want to take income at 69, we want to take it to 70. So all we got to do is move that bar right over to 70. The numbers get recalculated automatically, and the numbers go up because obviously the longer you wait to start collecting income, the higher that number is able to be. But this is based solely on David. I'm sorry, this is based on both of them. What if you were to say, I want it to be solely based on David? Well, then the numbers are actually going to go up. So right here, now we see that that's a 2920. But what's interesting to note is that this company is only rated a B++. Equitrust is still a very good company, but we've got some clients that say, you know what, we feel comfortable. We only want A-rated companies. So you would go to Corbridge and go to 2889. So a very small difference on a monthly basis. And if that gives you the comfort to know that it's an A-rated company, then that's totally reasonable. So in any case, this was just a quick overview just to show you whether it's based on the male payout, female, joint, whether you want to see what age, let's say you want to push it back a year, push it down a year, doesn't really matter. We're able to move around all the numbers on this tool, whether it's to change the amount you'd like to put in. So for example, let's say somebody says, okay, that 2920 is great, but to be perfectly honest, we would really be more comfortable if we got $3,500. So we could switch that over to premium, and at which point we can create a number that says, okay, we would like to have desired monthly income of $3,500 a month. And so then that will reverse it and tell us exactly with which carrier and how much you'd have to put in. And so we had started with 275. So in order to bump that up to the $3,500 a month, you'd have to put in 329,000 with Equitrust, 333 or so with Corbridge, et cetera, et cetera. So the point is that regardless of what the actual goals are, we're able to have a very clear picture and look at it together, saying what exact number you're looking to accomplish, whether it's based on the female, based on the male, based on the joint, when you want to start, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you would like your own personal customized report, there'll be a link in the bio. Click the link, and I'm happy to set up a time where we can go over something like this for you.